At 71, Diana Miller still has strong memories of that hot Arkansas day last July.
He pushed me against the wall by the door.
That's when she says Milton Thomas, the man mowing her front yard, sexually assaulted her. The AP agreed not to show Miller's face or use her full name.
And he climbed on top of me, and did what he had to do.
Thomas had spent time in prison for nonviolent crimes, things like check fraud. He'd been on parole for 7 months. Before and after his release, the state did a risk and needs assessment, trying to predict the likelihood he'd reoffend. The assessments are part of a criminal justice system turning to data to drive down prison populations and save taxpayers billions of dollars. In an Arkansas prison, Thomas costs the state $63 a day. On parole, the cost is $2.16. Using risk and needs assessments, prison officials ask a variety of questions, from the prisoner's financial stability to how many friends have been in trouble with police. The aim, to determine if it's safe to release them. Advocates say if they're used correctly, the tools are accurate more than 70% of the time.
Risk assessments, particularly ones that have been validated, show enormous potential in being able to distinguish meaningfully between offenders who are at high risk, medium risk, and low risk for reoffending.
States across the country are using these assessments to help decide parole, supervision, even sentencing. Yet an AP investigation found the results can be skewed. Some assessments are clouded in secrecy. Some have the potential to be discriminatory.
I think conceptually sounds good, but when you lift the hood and look underneath and then get down underneath and get into the transmission, you see that it is absolute and a chaotic mess.
In the case of Milton Thomas, one assessment classified him as high risk to reoffend, another low risk, according to Thomas. A state consultant says, in Arkansas, a majority of men on parole or probation were classified as low risk. Even so, within 18 months, 46% were rearrested.
What happens is you continue to put people out over and over and over again, and they reoffend. And in the process, they kill, they maim, they rape.
Thomas is set for trial in March. He says he's not guilty, writing to the AP, "I didn't rape anyone."
I have a gun now, and if I would have had it then, I could save the taxpayers some money and time, and get my satisfaction, because as far as I'm concerned, he was just useless to humanity.
For Diana Miller, her anger at what she says happened that hot July day, it's still strong. Alex Sands, The Associated Press, Little Rock, Arkansas.